Hello, welcome to Wise Reading Room Owlets for children of 7 and under. The books I've got for you this month, the first one is part of a new series by the wonderful writer Hilary Mackay, and this is called Lulu and the Dog from the Sea. And the second book is by Joanna Nadine, and this is Penny Dreadful is a Magnet for Disaster. In this new series of the Lulu books, this one, Lulu and the Dog from the Sea, Lulu and her family go on holiday to the seaside. She has lots of animals already. The animal that goes with them on holiday is their dog Sam. Now Sam's a very lovable dog, but he's not very adventurous. When they get to the cottage that they're renting by the sea, Lulu is very attracted to a wild dog, but the cottage owner rather warns them off this dog. She's very, very harsh actually about it, which rather intrigues Lulu, and she decides that she wants to find out more about it. And I'm going to read a little bit where she's actually got to know the dog from the sea, the wild dog. She's actually, at this point, she's comparing it with Sam. Much as she loves Sam, she's actually very intrigued by this other dog. Very different from the dog from the sea, who hurtled after balls so fast he skidded and rolled in somersaults, who could catch a frisbee in his teeth, who understood the game of tag and played it round and round the little white cottage. Lulu and the dog from the sea played so hard they didn't notice the cottage owner coming silently along the track to the cottage. The cottage owner liked to visit the cottage now and then to check that her guests were behaving as she thought they should behave, just in case they weren't. Lulu wasn't. Halfway along the track, the cottage owner saw Lulu and the dog from the sea. She paused, she got off her bike, she glared, she puffed with fury, then she turned round and rode off again as quickly as she could to telephone the dog catchers. So, what is going to happen to the dog from the sea? Well, you're going to have to read this fantastic book to find out. It really is a super book for children who are early confident readers, but also for those who would like to read with parents, grandparents, teachers, groups of friends and so on. The second book in Owlets is called Penny Dreadful is a Magnet for Disaster, and this is by Joanna Nadine. Now, Penny Dreadful isn't really called Penny Dreadful. Her real name is Penelope Jones, and she says she's called the dreadful bit is her father's little joke. And in this book there are three stories about Penny. There is Penny Dreadful becomes a hairdresser, Penny Dreadful and the faithful sidekick, and Penny Dreadful and the school inspector. And what's more, at the end there's Penny Dreadful's top 5 tips for survival. Now, fairly near the beginning of the book, I'm just going to read a little bit to you. It really is hilarious, this book, a sort of laugh out loud, laugh a minute, fantastic. When I get up this morning, I'm full of gloom, even though it is the holidays, because of several things. My sister Daisy, who is 11 and very irritating, is doubly irritating because she's going to Monkey Madness tomorrow and is pleased as punch. I am not allowed to go to Monkey Madness because Mum says there is too much potential for catastrophe. Plus, it costs £8.75 and I still owe her £7.50 for the time I accidentally phoned India. There are no sugar pops left for breakfast because Gran's cat Barry has eaten the last bowlful, even though Mum has told Gran that Barry's supposed to eat cat biscuits and cat biscuits only. But then it gets completely worse because the door goes and it is Aunt Dee Dee, who is dropping off George and May Morgan-Jones, my cousin. So lots of hilarious goings on in this book, which is beautifully written, very enjoyable. And as I say, there are 3 stories in it, so you can read each one at a go if you want, or you can just sort of read it through, following on from each other. It is fantastic. In fact, both books are fantastic. Lulu and the Dog from the Sea by Hilary Mackay, and Penny Dreadful is a Magnet for Disaster by Joanna Nadine. And of course, there are the fun activities that I've written to accompany each of these books, so I do hope you'll print them out.